Hey guys, it's Marvin with Wis-Coat, and we're on another Wis-Coat Wednesday. So this time I went out of state to meet a good friend of mine and talk about his business and how he went and started in the business to where I would say he was successful, where he's successfully at now. So we'll start off. This is Bryan Ring from Ring Lawn Care in Stillwater, Minnesota, and I guess that's kind of the first question, or maybe some details you can give us on how you first got started and what it was like when you first started and kind of where you're at nowadays.
Well, I work for a lawn care company in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Essentially, it's maybe about 15 or 20 minutes from Minneapolis. A neighbor of mine just so happened to own this company called the Lawn Ranger, and
The Lawn Ranger?
the Lawn Ranger. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, he asked me. He said, "Brian, if you're ever looking for any work, we have plenty of work for you if you need a job." And I thought, okay. So the first week that I actually worked for him, I didn't even have my own vehicle, and he was driving me back and forth to work. So essentially, his name was Joe Unger, and he got me my start in this business. The first week that I was there, he, said, "Put this backpack blower on and let's see what you got." And from that, point on, I just got into my blood.
Right. And now, I mean, you can give us an equipment breakdown, I guess, and kind of what it all entails for you to get through a day, with all the lawn accounts and the snow accounts and things like that. What progressed through the years, you're at a different stage now.
Yep.
Right. So where are you at now, kind of compared to when you first started?
It's kind of night and day difference. I mean, many around, the internet online that, follow me, I'd say, or follow Ring Lawn Care. People that actually follow Ring Lawn Care online right now, they know that, I pushed the website thing. And there are some believers. Obviously, there's a lot of non-believers. But the reason Marvin's here today at my second home, and we've toured both homes,
Right.
is honestly solely because of my company website. Of course, there are other things like social media, being able to, point that towards your website. That increases your website traffic. I could bore you with the details, but essentially, it's been our company website amongst offline efforts that we've made.
Sure.
That has just pointed pointed potential clients
Right.
to Ring Lawn Care.
Using old school tactics, I would say.
Yeah,
With new school tactics.
definitely.
And then linking all that stuff together. Some people that might not look for Ring Lawn Care online, if you do an old school thing and get them a flyer or a business card that has ringlawn.care.com, then they're on there. Then that links them to YouTube or Facebook or wherever Ring Lawn Care is. I know that's what Wis-Coat did somewhat. We're still working the kinks out to get some people to kind of notice us and notice where we're at. How important is social media to bringing awareness not only to a business but like events, benefits, causes, different things like that nowadays? I heard someone reference that Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube are like the ABC, NBC, CBS of the old days. Do you think that that's true?
I think it's heading in that direction, no doubt. Social media, the impact, if used properly and used, how do you say, tastefully or in moderation,
Sure.
can absolutely benefit your company. I mean, it's all the things I said earlier about the website, just pointing people to that. Well, this is your opportunity to put in writing on pages, who you are, who your potential clients are hiring, and as far as like events, being able to brand your name using social media, it does take time and it does take testing and practice.
Right.
But as far as the ABC and NBC, social media, I think it's heading in that direction. But let's face it, I mean, statistics don't lie. 80% of people who, have a smartphone or a tablet
They're on there.
They're Googling for a service or product, and
Right.
a lot of times they're finding it, on these platforms.
Yeah.
You know.
I know I had a guy stop by last week asking me about putting more phone book ads in. And I had to be honest and be like, I haven't looked at a phone book in a long time,
Right.
since I was a young man, teenager. Like, it just doesn't happen, and same thing with some newspaper ads. It's hard to get any kind of review and revenue and people coming in from that. Everybody looks at their phone, and it only takes 1 minute for them to scroll and find you or find a link to you. So, that's the main importance of social media. And of course, I get one good question at the end. So, where I'm from, there's a lot of people that want to do stuff, but there might not be any know-how. There might not be, they might not have all the money in the world to do it. What would be your first piece of advice? Because I know it's not your only piece of advice for somebody that's either in a job and wants to start doing something on the side and hopefully do that fully, or they don't have a job and they want to do something and they know kind of what they want to do. What's your advice, I would say, to that one person if we had them sitting here right now?
Well, whatever niche you're thinking you want to do 1,000,000% thorough investigation or research on that niche. I mean, if you want to be the greatest lawn mowing person ever, go find out and go find others who are doing mowing,
Right.
and see if that's something you actually want to get into.
All right, man.
I mean, not everybody can be a professional seal coat coater, and be greater than who? Wis-Coat.
Probably not going to happen. All right, man. I appreciate it. I really
My
appreciate
pleasure,
you
man.
bringing me in, showing me everything and let me pick your brain. Check out Bryan's stuff.